This is the homework for Thursday, SBAC Review, EMC number 4. For number 1, we need to solve for the variable y. We want to move the y to the side that has the greater value. So there's more y's on the right than the left. So the inverse property of subtraction is addition. So we add 6y to both sides, created a zero pair. 8y plus 6y is 14y. Still don't have y by itself. Inverse property of multiplication is division. So we divide both sides by 14, created the big 1. What you do to one side, you do to the other. 13 and 200ths divided by 14 is 93 hundredths. So y equals 93 hundredths. For number 2, we're solving for the variable t. The left side of the equation has a greater value, so we're going to move the t to the left side. So the inverse property of addition is subtraction, so we subtract 2 1/10 t from both sides, zero pair. 7 3/10 t minus 2 1/10 t is 5 2/10 t. Still trying to isolate the variable. The inverse property of addition is subtraction. Created the zero pair. And then negative 22 and negative 22. I call that a dig. You dig down 22 feet. You dig down 22 more feet. You've dug down 44 feet. So negative 44. Inverse property of multiplication is division. So we divide both sides by 5 2/10, created a big 1. A negative divided by a positive is going to be a negative. So negative 44 2/10 divided by 5 2/10 is negative 8 5/10. For number 3, I'm going to use the fraction buster method to eliminate the denominators, the 5 and the 2. And you want to multiply by the greatest common multiple of 5 and 2, which is 10. So now when I multiply both sides, I have to multiply every term by 10. So I'm going to distribute that to these two terms, and then on the right side, distribute it to these two terms. So 10 multiplied by 1/5 is 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. So we have 2x. 10 multiplied by 5 is 50. 10 multiplied by 19 is 190. 10 multiplied by, 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 multiplied by negative 1 is a negative 5. Can't forget that this is a negative. The sign goes with the term. Now we're just going to solve for x. Here we have 5 negative x's and 2 x's. So we're going to bring the x's to the side that has a greater value. So we're going to add 5x to both sides. Created a zero pair. 2x plus 5x is 7x. Inverse property of addition is subtraction. Subtract 50 from both sides. Zero pair. 190 minus 50 is 140. Inverse property of multiplication is division. So we divide by 7 to create the big 1. 1 multiplied by x is x. 140 divided by 7 is 20. So x equals 20. For number 4, in order to solve for the variable a, we need to simplify. And first we're going to use the distributive property. So we're going to distribute this 9. 9 multiplied by 4a is 36a. 9 multiplied by negative 2 is negative 18. Now the right side of the equation, 12 multiplied by 3a is 36a. 12 multiplied by 8 is 96. Now we're going to move the variable to one side. And so we have a positive 36a there. So we're going to subtract 36a, zero pair, zero pair. And now we're left with negative 18 equals 96. Well, that's false. If you get a false statement, then there's no solution. For number 5, we're going to simplify first by distributing. So we're going to 8 multiplied by p is 8p. 8 multiplied by a negative 25 hundredths is negative 2. 4 multiplied by 2p is 8p. 4 multiplied by a negative 5 tenths is negative 2. Now we're going to subtract 8p from both sides. 0 pair, 0 pair. And we get negative 2 equals negative 2. Well, that's a true statement. So there's infinite solutions.